How's it going, gamers? It is Chongo here, and today I've got a Call of Duty 4 commentary. I use the MP5 with silencer for the whole game, and yeah, I don't do too bad. Now, today I want to talk about YouTube and the internet and how it's sort of taking over TV, but first I'm going to talk a little bit about the next Gears of War 3 DLC. It's supposed to come out December 13th, and I'm pretty sure it's called RAAMs Shadow. So yeah, and it's 1,200 Microsoft points unless you have the season pass for Gears 3, which is really awesome. And apparently, it's a prequel to Gears 1, where you get to play as Ty and another new group. I think it's called Zeta Squad, and basically you're trying to clear the area. I think it's a sinkhole in Gears 3 now, or Gears 2. And also, one of them you actually get to play as Raam himself. It's about 3 hours worth of campaign. They haven't announced multiplayer stuff yet, but apparently they're going to do that soon. And I think it's really good that they're getting on top of this DLC nice and early instead of leaving it to the last minute like they sort of did with Gears 2. Whereas now, before the even first DLC is out, they've already announced what the second one's going to be. So I think that's a pretty good idea. Now, the idea for this commentary came to me about 2 weeks ago at the EB Expo at the Sunday night after party, where we met this cool guy there, and he was asking us about like what gaming shows we watch on TV, like if it was Level 3 or if it was Good Game, which is the Australian versions of like gaming shows on TV. And I sort of sat there and thought, honestly, I don't watch either of those two shows just because the internet is so much easier than watching a TV show. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying stuff like, for example, if you watch Fringe or How I Met Your Mother and stuff like that, you're still going to want to watch those shows. But unless there's an actual show you want to watch, you're not just going to sit there and watch whatever, like, mediocre shows. You're just going to go straight to the internet and do whatever you want like that. And I mean, it's coming to the point where people are just downloading TV shows or streaming them and all that kind of stuff instead of just waiting for them, like... Because in Australia, what happens is we have some shows like The Walking Dead, for example. We have not had that aired in Australia yet. The first season, and it's up to the second season already. And sometimes when they eventually do air a show, they put it at some ridiculous hour. So if you don't have Foxtel or anything to record it with it, you can't really watch it. And it's quite annoying considering the release dates of TV shows aren't really universal. Like, I know it would be really hard to pull off, but I think Torchwood did alright, because Torchwood, which I think it was Miracle Day, when that came out, it came out a day later in Australia than it did in the UK, like on Foxtel, which was really good for like the balancing instead of people just going straight to the internet and downloading all this crap. I mean, technology could even get to the point where, like, if you've got YouTube, that's all you really need. I mean, if right now you were unable to watch any TV shows ever again, but you were only able to watch YouTube videos, I mean, if you were looking in the right like spots, you wouldn't actually be that bored. It's awesome that YouTube's got this way to make content for the public without actually needing a budget. I mean, like, right now you're watching a video that I created with next to no budget. I just think that the creation of the internet and YouTube is like an awesome step forward from TV instead of just watching big budget TV shows, and the fact that, like, when you're watching a TV show, you're not really sure if it can get cancelled and all that kind of stuff, whereas on YouTube, you can't really get cancelled, I mean, unless you're doing something that you're not meant to be doing. But besides that fact, if you want to keep going, you can keep going. You don't really need that many resources. There is also quite a lot of originality on YouTube. I mean, unless you watch someone else's transcript and read it word for word, I mean, everyone's got different opinions and that kind of stuff. I mean, even like the vast group of people who do commentaries like myself, I mean, since we're all different, even if we're talking about the same topic, it can end up in two completely different places, and you can end up with two different pieces of content. I mean, I can see eventually TV and other non-interactive entertainment being overshadowed by YouTube and the internet just because of the way we can all produce content so easily. And it'll be very interesting to see what comes after the internet and YouTube and this kind of interactive thing we got going. Thanks for watching this commentary. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave any feedback or comments below, and subscribe if you like this.